Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
What's going on, guys? Cappers Nation Live, Thursday game day edition, December 27th. Happy belated Merry Christmas to everybody that I have not already been able to say that to. Hope everybody had a great Merry Christmas. I know I did. We're just getting started here. How is everybody's Thursday going so far? Hopefully you guys are all having a great Thursday. I know I am. Let's see here. Just getting some stuff up and running. Alrighty. Who's ready for some game day breakdowns and all that good stuff? Miami taking a beating early. Still early in that game. What's going on, Brian? I see Russ is here. Baba Booey, Cherry, Sports Better 609, Mario. Alex, what's going on, buddy? Mr. Butler, how are you? We got our text message getting ready to go out, so hopefully... There we go. I got a phone over there here that will not stop going off. How's the audio? Everybody able to hear me? Devin, what's going on? Ty, what's going on, buddy? What's good? The Duke game, Duke in the over was good. What's not good, 2 missed field goals in the Wisconsin game. All the turnovers deep in their zone. What's the locks for tomorrow? We're going to go over some games for tomorrow here in a little, very shortly. Oh, I dropped my pen. You know, 2018 was pretty good, to say the least. If I could do 2018 all over again, Mike, I would be very content with a 2018 all over again. We made a ton of money. Ton of money for our clients that are with us long term. The people that try and do a quick hit. It's always hit or miss on how it ends up, because we can't guarantee a short-term deal, but we guarantee long-term results, that's for sure. All right, let's see if we can get this, if that message has went out yet. I know I haven't got it yet. Hopefully, if it's going out shortly. Happy holidays to everybody. We got the new year coming up. Gotta Live TV in the house. We got the big New Year's coming up. Always a lot of fun around here in Vegas. I'm glad to hear that, Mike. Glad you're a better sports bettor because of the show. I do appreciate that. What's going on, Brad? Absolutely, we're going to get out some NBA plays. Look at some NBA stuff. Even maybe some college basketball. We got one college basketball game on the board today. Wisconsin put up 14 points in the first 3.5 minutes. And all we've seen is a couple missed field goals. And a field goal by Miami. Oh, there's the text message. Text message alert went out. Baba Booey, can I say if Baylor has a chance? I'll tell you that I think any of these teams have a chance. I mean, look at the first game. Look at Duke. Dog winner. Look at Wisconsin. Dog winning outright right now by 11, dominating the game. Miami can't put a touchdown, a ball in the end zone if they tried, or if they were given a free pass. I mean, if they tried passing the ball a little more today, they might have a better chance. And Miami knew that going in, that they were going to have to pass the ball a little bit more than 11 times. Big run back by Miami, but they'll just end up probably getting stopped. All right, now that the text message went out, let me pop up all my lines and all that good juicy information. Alrighty here. Michael, how are you, bud? I like it. 3 thumbs downs already. Makes me happy. Happy to see the haters here watching. They cannot resist. They absolutely cannot resist. Wonder how long it's before they make their presence known in the chat. Mike, a lot of Wisconsin fans at the bar. Good to know. Jimmy Jack can't understand why they even opened the notification. Miami throws the ball and throws another pick. They need to get Rozier Jr. out of there. Alex, absolutely nothing, bud. We're just getting started. Just getting started. Absolutely. Happy Thursday. Michael, there are a lot of haters, let me tell you. They all come from one other place, though. I get it. It's all good. A lot of fake accounts. A lot of real ones, too. Can't make everybody happy. Alex, yeah, he's absolutely horrible. Gotta live. You'll be fine with Wisconsin +4 if they switch the quarterback right now. You'll still be fine. A lot of likers too, absolutely, Baba Booey. A lot more likers than haters. That's a fact. That is a fact. All right, let me pop everything up. Who you guys all on right now? You guys on Wisconsin, Miami? Dave, what's going on, buddy? We definitely need some more scoring in that Miami game for another big cash this afternoon. A lot of people riding Wisconsin. I think the entire country was on Wisconsin. Our bowl package has Miami. And I liked the over myself. But 2 missed field goals, a lot of turnovers in the deep in the other zone is not going to help the cause on that one. You know what Baylor have? 5 straight wins. Looks good, Mike. Looks good, buddy. Wish I could get over this damn cold. Vandy looks good, Mario. All right. Let me get something going here. I'm going to give away some free plays today in the live video. Free plays. Some leans. Go over some bowl games for tomorrow and the weekend. Michael, did you ask any bear weather making its way to Vegas? It's chilly. It's in the low 50s here. You know, that's cold for the desert. It's cold for me. Anybody else like Washington State tomorrow? Yes and no. Pac-12 notoriously sucks in bowl games. First and goal for Wisconsin. Look like they're going to put even more distance. Oh, they already got it, Brad? Good deal. Mike, put the top up on the Jeep. Are you talking on the Jeep? Yeah, Dave, points, points, points. We like the points. Yeah, Mike, I'm thinking about putting it on this weekend. I told my wife I may take her up to Mount Charleston after the live show on Sunday. Up into the mountains. Out here just outside of Vegas. And I'm fine. I mean, I'll put on a jacket and my boots, and I got the heater in the Jeep, but she won't be with the half doors and the bikini top, so I'll probably have to put the hard top back on. Paul, what's going on, buddy? Hail to the victors. Holy shit. Wow. Look who the cat drug in. Long time. Absolutely long time, buddy. How are you? Miami's going to have to, one, pull off a miracle, and two, they're going to have to put in a different quarterback. That'll be the only way they have a chance. I had a great Christmas, thank you. I've been, the whole family's under the weather, but we can seem to kick it in our house, but little girl keeps going to school, getting sick, bringing it home. Thank you. We will. Eventually. Wife's actually took the little one to the urgent care a little bit ago. Cherry Bryant. At least myself personally, I am laying off of that game myself. Definitely be an interesting game, but I'm not personally participating in that game. Second and goals, Wisconsin can be able to put up some points. There we go. Yeah, Alex, I'm sure they'd love to punch him in the face. What a big turnaround from last year to this year for that kid. Absolute huge turnaround for that kid. From decent to, I'm not sure why he's in at quarterback. All right. Let me pop up some info. Start breaking down some games. We've got a busy day. Phone is going off. Which phone is going off? Mike, they're going crazy in the bar. I believe it. Mike, send me a picture. Email me a picture. I'll post it in the live chat, in the live feed. Email me a picture. Let me know after you email it to me. Let me pop up the email. MLB, what's going on? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Reggie's in the house. What's up, Reggie? Reggie M. What up, chump? What's up? What's up is Duke plus 3.5 premium play winner to start the day. How about that one? Yeah, MLB NBA card looks a little confusing today to a lot of people. I've heard that quite a bit. Awesome, Reggie. Glad to hear. Duke plus 3.5 was a nice, easy winner. I also took the over myself personally as one of my personal plays. We've got 2 more premium plays today. One on the Baylor Vanderbilt game and a college basketball game. The only college basketball game. Let's see here. Somebody said it earlier. I think it was Brad said it earlier. Who's gonna... Don't we need like a certain amount of likes for a free play? Yeah, guys. If you haven't already done so, do us a favor. Give us a thumbs up if you appreciate all the hard work and the live shows. Let us know that you appreciate all the hard work, because we certainly do. And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Oh, Jesus. Maybe, Reggie. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe not. Popping up the bowl package information. Go over some bowl games for everybody. Kid almost threw another pick. Should have been picked off. And at this point, I would have took it because it would have put up more points on the board. Although it is Perry. Perry in at quarterback. So hopefully, maybe the next possession, Miami will be able to do something. Probably not. Probably not. Haha, Dave, absolutely correct. Hector, if you feel you're wasting time here, you know, you can always feel free to leave. I think I piss off more people. A lot of people. Because I speak my mind. Jimmy Jack, they all want it now. Now. Every single one of them. Let's see here. Hector's mad. Yeah, Hector's mad. Ryan, what's going on, bud? Welcome to the show. It's the That's the barbershop, and there comes the barbershop pole. Nope, Jimmy Jack, you don't know about the barbershop. He don't know about the barbershop. I actually wish we could do this a live feed where everybody was on. And group message or something. That'd be an absolute blast. I think I could only bring on... let me see here. I think I can only bring on one guest at a time on a live feed. We're getting there, Devin. We're getting ready to break out the games. Start with a bowl game. See if we can't piss off some haters. Make some people go away. And then I'll give you guys some free plays. A lot of industry personnel. Michael, if the Bears go to the Super Bowl, can you be a guest? Yes, you can be a guest. Joe, haven't missed nothing yet. We're getting ready to do the breakdowns right here. You know, Brad, even though we do have Miami for one play, we also have the over on another, so points are points. You've been training for this moment? He wouldn't come on, Ryan. He wouldn't do a live thing anyways. Pre-recorded, maybe for when he screws up, but he won't touch a live thing. Many won't. A lot of people won't. A lot of people in this industry will not touch a live show. It does take a unique individual to swing from the hip and take a live show. All right, let's jump right into the next bowl game on the board. It is today, the Texas Bowl. Vanderbilt taking on Baylor, game 239 and 240. Let's pop up the money, see where the money's at and where the line's opened up at. First of all, the line opened up Vanderbilt minus 6.5. It's down to 4. It's actually down to 3.5 in a couple spots here in Vegas. Stations Casinos being one of them. BetOnline being one of the places offshore that just bumped it down to 3.5. Total opened up at 55. It is now up to 57, although BetOnline does have it at 56. The money, the percentages. 63% of the bettors right now are on Vanderbilt, 37% on Baylor, 90% on the over, 10% on the under. For the money line, 65% of bettors are taking Vandy on the money line. Mike, on which game? The Miami game? was waiting to see what Mike said back. Kyle, I got 44.5 on over. We need points, 21 to be cool. I'm assuming it's the Miami game you're talking about. You need 3 touchdowns. 15 minutes, 3 touchdowns. Miami is overdue for 1 touchdown. But the only way that's going to happen is Wisconsin gets a big play, scores quick. Same thing with Miami. Wisconsin just going to run the clock out last 15 minutes. A lot of tricky bowl games so far this bowl season for people. Correct, there are a lot of ifs in the Vandy game. And MLB Miami is an absolute mess today. Now, tonight's matchup between Vanderbilt and Baylor is one of the least intriguing bowl games. Oh yeah, starting quarterback definitely screwed him up in the very beginning of the game. And it's plays just like that. Bad snap. That'll keep this game on the under. Vanderbilt is 8-2 against the spread as a favorite of 7 or less points. Baylor just 2-8 against the spread their last 3 years on more than 6 days rest. Thank you, Baba Booey. I'd love to see the overhit. No doubt about it, I'd love to see the overhit. Baylor 8-2 on the under their last 10 games as an underdog of 7 or less points. 0 recent head-to-head matchups between the two teams. Although the Big 12 teams are 1-5 straight up and against the spread as an underdog in the Texas Bowls. Wisconsin punting the ball. Taking a look at each team's schedules and what they went through to get to the Texas Bowl. Vanderbilt opened up the year with 2 straight wins against Middle Tennessee State and Nevada, crushing Nevada 41-10. They lost a week later in a heartbreaker to Notre Dame, losing 22-17. They got beat by South Carolina 37-14. Then after dropping 2 games, they came back. They beat Tennessee State, which should have been a no-brainer. However, they struggled, only beating them 31-27. After that, they dropped 3 straight games to Georgia, Florida, and Kentucky. They hung strong against Kentucky. They only lost by 10 to Florida, and they got smashed by Georgia. They bounced back with a win against Arkansas, winning 45-13. Then they dropped the game 2 weeks later after an off week to Missouri. Then they won their last 2 games against Mississippi and Tennessee to become bowl eligible, going 6-6 straight up, 8-3-1 against the spread on the year. The other side of the field, Baylor, finished the year 6-6 straight up, 6-6 against the spread. Opened up much like Vandy in the first 2 games of the season, winning both games. Then they dropped their 3rd game to Duke. They won their 4th game against Kansas. They dropped their 5th against Oklahoma, losing 66-33. They came right back, beat Kansas State, then they dropped 2 to Texas and West Virginia. They were able to beat Oklahoma State 35-31, then they dropped 2 more games to Iowa State and TCU. And they finished the year with a big win against Texas Tech, winning 35-24 to become bowl eligible. And there is another Miami interception. I'm thinking they might want to put the kicker in. Because Rozier and Perry both it's just disgusting. Running backwards, throwing off your back foot. Up. And that's done. Absolutely. I mean, I lost track of the picks. I don't know how many Miami's thrown. Yeah, whoopsie. There we go. Finally go. Oh, they went for the end zone, but it would have been short of the end zone anyways. Roland, you're not the only one that gets sucked into the Miami trap. It's okay. It happens, bud. It happens. Miami has thrown 4 interceptions so far. 4 interceptions. Total of 5 in this game. And 3 fumbles. 1 for a turnover. Total of 6 turnovers in this game. All right, back to the Vandy and Baylor game. Vanderbilt averaging 27.7 points per game. Baylor averaging just a little bit better, a half a point better at 28.2 points per game. On offense, Vanderbilt averaging 240 yards in the air, 158 on the ground. Baylor averaging 282 yards in the air, 159 on the ground. Very, very, very similar when it comes to offensive numbers. Yardage as far as passing, rushing, points per game. On the offensive side of things, very, very similar. Huge first down for Wisconsin. And they're down to the 11 or 10 yard line. You think it's Miami's only time playing in 40-degree weather? It's not like you're playing in 10-degree weather with snow. And you think every kid that's playing is from Miami? I hear that all the time. People want to say, oh, Wisconsin's a lock because they're a cold weather team. Well, look what the Arizona Cardinals did going to Green Bay. Arizona lives in the desert where averages being 79 degrees all year long, and they play in a dome. As Mike Butler just said, who's across the street from the stadium, it's not cold. You don't even see breath coming out. You don't even see the breath coming out of their mask, barely. Most of the players from Miami sitting on the sidelines without jackets. Matter of fact, I don't see a player on the Miami sideline with a jacket on. So saying one team. There we go. There's another touchdown for Wisconsin. We'll take the points. We'll take the points. Give me 1 second, fellas. All right, sorry, replying to a text message. Roland, I agree. Oh, Jimmy Jack, you're not pissing me off, bud. You're all good. I'm not pissed off. I was actually referencing everybody in the world that I've heard today say, oh, Wisconsin's cold weather team, Miami's not. Take Wisconsin because it's going to be so blistering cold at Yankee Stadium. So it wasn't really directed towards you, but you're all good. Miami unmotivated? Absolutely. Yeah, gotta live. He is suspended. They're pending a Type B test or something like that. Give me 1 second, fellas. I gotta reply to this text message. Give me 1 quick second. Mike, that's because those college kids did probably bet a lot of the money. We will take those points. We're at 31. With 10 minutes to go, looking for 2 more touchdowns. I am going to tell you this, though. I did in-game a small little bet on my 5 Dimes account. I was actually logging on just to see what they had a line at. And it was in the beginning of the game. Wisconsin just scored it was when Wisconsin had the pick 6 with 3.5 minutes into the game. They popped up an in-game team total on Wisconsin over 26.5. So I fired on that one 3.5 minutes into the game. And I actually had no intention of betting that game. Or that bet. And then I was like, 26.5, that's too juicy for me not to take. So I took it. So there's a nice little... It would be nice to see Miami get 1 touchdown. Or another pick 6, one of the 2. All right, back to Vanderbilt and Baylor. I can't give you guys the actual game because that's one of our premium plays of the day. It's our second premium play of the day. But I do like... Oh, sorry, we missed the defensive side of things. Hold on. Mike, send me that picture. On defense, Vanderbilt gives up 25.1 points per game. Baylor giving up 31.2. Vandy averages giving up 233 yards in the air, 187 on the ground. Baylor averages giving up 238 in the air, 175 on the ground. Turnover differential. Big difference on the turnover differential for each team, all right? Baylor ended the year -9. They're -9 on the year on turnovers. That means they've given up the ball 9 more times than they've taken it away from other teams. Vandy, as of right now, +8 on the year. Turnovers in favor of Vandy. Ha! That would actually be a great hint. The team we're taking has a B in the name. And an A. Oh, wow. Wide open receiver for Wisconsin. Absolutely misses the ball. Or defender. That should have been another pick right there. Not receiver. Should have been another pick. He should have had that one. That could have been like interception number 12 on the day. Absolutely, Alex. We take care of everybody here at Cappers Direct. We promised everybody when we gave out a free day and we shit the bed that we'd build them back up. And we had a couple bad days right after that. It was a bad week. Week and a half ago was a rough week. But you know what? You're going to have those bad weeks. And it just so happens it happens when we gave out free plays to everybody. So we take care of everybody. We get them back on track. We do the right thing. Oh, Steven Esposito, huh? They're not premium. Lucky we didn't pay for them. Did you register for an account? Did you take advantage of the free days, Mr. Esposito? Oh, you did, I see, huh? Guess you should have been logging in for the last couple days. Alex, yes, both teams have a B and A in it. Oh, well, Steven, if you would have been logging into your account every single day, you would have been. We took care of everybody. But I could see your account. I could see you haven't logged in since December 19th. You know, you could lead the horse to the water, but you can't help him drink it. You can't make him drink it. So you could sit here and talk shit and say that we didn't help you out. But we've helped out everybody. You could ask Alex. You could ask anybody out. So you lead the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it. You've had access since that day. Did you know that? I bet you haven't, huh? Actually, you probably did. You just don't give a shit. You just want to sit here and talk shit. That's what I love. I guess you should check into your account. You should have probably wondered why when you signed up on the 16th that you got plays on the 17th, the 18th, the 19th, and then you didn't know? You didn't log in? Like I said, you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it. We've sent emails every single time that we've extended people's accounts, too. 100% fact, and I can see that you're on the list. We even sent you an email this morning at 11:27 Eastern Time, letting you know. I can tell you this, we also sent you an email on the 23rd at 4:36 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh, glad to know you're local. We sent you another email on the 23rd at 3:06 a.m. in the morning. We also sent you one on the 20th at 2:40 in the morning. I keep going on and on and on, but I won't. Well, might want to check your spam folder. Either that or you signed up with a fake email account, or you signed up wrong with spelled your email address wrong. But like I said, you lead the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. Michael says, log in every day just in case. Yep. Alex, you got more than a second day. Morrow, definitely don't lie. That's for sure, you know what I mean? Ty, the team has been more than gracious. I had to comment and say thanks again, Kyle. Thank you, Ty. I do appreciate that. It's my pleasure. Well, like I said, we gave out free days. We had a bad little run. We take care of everybody. Mr. Butler, thank you. Brian, thank you. Oh, Reggie M., you making me great money since Sunday on your premium plays. Keep it up. Reggie, glad you're making money, bud. Glad you actually finally okay, sorry, reading the other comments. Glad you finally decided to come on with us, Reggie. Reggie was one of the biggest shit talkers that I have seen in a long time towards us. Dave, yes, I can contest a bad week. Capper's Direct and Kyle has taken great care of us until we're in the plus, so thanks for that. Yes, absolutely, Dave. Brad, they're probably running out the clock. Milton, Sunday was a great day. I was glad to get some money back. Can't win them all. Hey, Kyle, sometimes it's good to ignore the bad losers. Milton, I agree, bud. I agree. Alex, if you don't have the correct email address in your account, do me a favor, either on Twitter, send me a message with the correct email address. I'll have them change it, or shoot me an email, Kyle@cappersdirect.com. I'll have them change it for you. Mario, yeah, we started out the day off great. Michael logs in every day, even when he doesn't have plays. Reggie, I still don't like you, but I respect the hustle and you make me money. That's why I always tell people, it's all good, Steven. I always tell people, check your emails. And I told people the very day after, the day after we gave up that free promo and we shit the bed, I told everybody we'd take care of them. I tell everybody we take care of them. Take care of everybody. We love to take care of people. That's why people keep coming back. Thank you, Mario. And we still plan to. Wisconsin, inside the 35 of Miami. It would be nice for them to put up a score in the next minute. Give Miami a chance to actually get a touchdown. Maybe push the total over. Absolutely. Timing is everything. We had a bad week. And I promise you guys, in the next 52 weeks, we're going to have another bad week. It happens. That's why it's called gambling in the long run. You hear these services, all they do is, we swept the board, we swept the board. They've never had a losing day in like their 11 months in business. You guys got to be careful when you see these guys that will actually never, one, show a ticket, and two, admit when they lose. And these people just never have a losing day. You guys got to be careful of that. We're going to have a losing week. We're going to have another losing week in the next year. We're going to have multiples. It happens. All right. But if I was going to take something in the Vanderbilt game, I like the points. I think there's going to be quite a bit of scoring. Both teams give up quite a few points to the opposing teams. Both teams are giving up over 400 yards of offense to their opponents. Both teams are giving up north of 25 points per game. 25 and 31 respectively. We've got the total moving all the way around. It's at 57, 56 and a half right now in another spot. I think we're going to see some high scoring come out of Baylor and Vanderbilt today. Baylor riding 4 games straight on the under. Vanderbilt 3 games straight on the under. The public will ride those games into the ground. Vanderbilt's 9-3 on the under this year. Baylor 6-6 on the under. We needed that Wisconsin running back just to run right through him and keep on going. John, you missed absolutely nothing yet. I was just saying that if I can't give out, giving out the big hint here, if you guys are able to read between the lines, but I like the points in the Vanderbilt-Baylor game on the total of that game. I think there's going to be quite a bit of scoring. Maybe I'm really wrong, but I do believe that we're going to have quite a bit of scoring in that game, personally. But let's see what else we got to give out before we jump around into some more bowl games. We did give out a free play a little bit late today. Normally we put out in the evening time or early morning. We gave it out late morning, early afternoon here in the NBA. We gave out Golden State -9 as a free play earlier in the day. If you guys didn't watch that daily free play video, just so you know, that was one of our official daily free plays, was Golden State -9. I'm going to put that in the comments for the people that are just tuning in, just in case they missed it. And then, see what's going on over in the NHL tonight. Tampa Bay down early 1-0 to Philadelphia. First and goal for Wisconsin, but unfortunately there's no time on the clock. Would have been nice if the Miami coach was calling timeouts for his team, to give his team a chance to actually maybe throw the 2-minute drill out there and maybe put up more than an embarrassing 3 points on the board. Absolutely embarrassing showing by Miami on offense. Absolutely humiliated. Yeah, Dave, you got to be careful of that group. The odds-worth betting group, they're all the same people. Vegas Dominator, odds-worth betting, yada, yada, yada. It's the same people. When you sign up, you get told that you bought crap, you need to buy their bigger package, and you're talking to guys out of Baltimore. Well, our only hope is going to be, for the over, is going to be a nice big Miami kickoff. Unfortunately. Oh, no problem, Mark. It's all good. We can't win them all. One loss is not going to define us. It was one of my personal plays that I went out and took a shot on. It is what it is. The sad thing is, 2 missed field goals, and we got a winner because we gave it out at 43.5. Adam, absolutely, bud. Silver Fox Soldier, what's going on, man? If the fat kicker could have made his field goals, the over would have been good. But unfortunately, kicker shanking him to the right, costing us money. Absolutely can't stand kickers, especially when they miss. You got one job. That's to put it through the uprights. And if you can't do that, I don't know. Gotta Live TV total was 43.5. 2 missed field goals would have put us at 44. Alex, if you're there, you'd kiss me. I'll probably reject it, but thank you, though. Brian Creighton's 5-4 with 4 minutes in. That ain't good. Hopefully they pick the scoring up. Creighton, a big second half scoring team. Milton, me too, bud. Me too. Alrighty. Get you guys on one of our NHL games. How about that? Since I can't give you guys the official play in the Vanderbilt game, even though I've already given away many, many hints. But for our loyal faithfuls that are watching, I guess our hope would be that this they just ran the clock out too. I think there was like 4 seconds left. That might have been the fattest return man I've ever seen returning a kickoff. Congrats to all the Wisconsin and under bettors. Those 2 missed field goals definitely cost us some money there. What a disaster. Ryan, that is one of our daily free plays that we gave out. Yeah, Roland, we'll be live Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, and then we'll do it all again on Sunday. Sunday is going to be an interesting day for people. Sunday's going to be an interesting day in the NFL. A lot of do-nothing games that mean absolutely nothing. And then there's a handful of games that mean absolutely everything. But that free play in the NHL, going to get you guys on that game. And then we'll move right along. A little bit later tonight. 7 my time, 10 on the East Coast. Colorado facing off against the Golden Knights. I actually gave away my tickets because I'm here and then I'm headed home. I still got that ear infection. I still can't hear out of my left ear, which is rather strange. But I was hoping to go to the game. But we do have an official NHL play on that game from our NHL hockey package. We all rolled with the over 6 goals in that game. Over 6. Put that in the comments. Yes, Golden State -9 free play. If I could spell while typing today. Joyce, you're getting 6.5. I'm sure 6.5 is fine. I mean, I like 4-2 if it lands at 4-2, 6 being a push, obviously. There's not one book here in Vegas that I see that has 6.5. Although we are laying minus $1.20 to get the 6 here in Vegas. But I don't see one online. Well, not online. Here in Vegas. Let me check offshore. I don't see one offshore book that's got 6.5 either. So whoever's giving you 6.5 is being dirty. Tim, general rule of thumb. If you have to buy a half a point, you're on the wrong side of the game. Yeah, Milton, a lot of trap games on Sunday. A lot of trap games on Sunday. Looking at Miami and Buffalo. Buffalo laying 4.5. Meaningless game. Lions and the Packers. Packers laying 8 at home. Meaningless game. Yeah, Jimmy Jack, if you got to get off a key number, you're still on the wrong side of it. If you need that if you needed that half a point to get off a key number, you're on the wrong side of the game anyways. I mean, I'm not against buying a half a point here or there, but generally speaking, if you have to if you're buying points, you're on the wrong side. If your play is that good, you shouldn't need to. But I do agree, key numbers sometimes it's safer to be sorry, but that's the only reason why I'd ever buy a half a point is to be safe to be sorry. That's why you do it. It makes you feel safer. But generally speaking, if you're buying points, you're on the wrong side of the game. I think going down the list, Jaguars at the Texans, do nothing game. Jets, New England. New England laying almost 2 touchdowns, 13.5, do nothing game. Panthers and the Saints, do nothing game. Dallas and the Giants, do nothing game. Falcons and the Bucks, do nothing game. I actually look forward to seeing Baker Mayfield take on the Ravens. I like watching Mayfield play. I don't know about you guys, but that kid plays with passion and heart. And it's good to see somebody in the NFL actually play with some passion on a game. Kansas City, New England with first-round buys. Yeah, Alex, Baker hates losing. And the kid actually, he's playing with heart and passion, and it makes it fun to watch him. You gonna tell me Aaron Rodgers is playing with heart and passion? Please. Patrick Mahomes, he is. Baker Mayfield, playing with heart and passion. Where was the question? I thought I missed one. Did Seattle clinch their berth? Yes, Seattle's in the playoffs. All right, let's take a look at tomorrow's bowl games, since we're going to have plenty of time to talk about Sunday's games between Saturday's live show and Sunday's live show. Let me pop up some bowl games for tomorrow, go over some early action for tomorrow. Let's take a look and see what we see for tomorrow for Friday. Good old Auburn taking on Purdue, game 241, 242. Milton, I look forward to seeing Baker play on Sunday. Tomorrow we also get to see the Will Greerless West Virginia facing off against Syracuse. Syracuse laying 2.5. We also get Iowa State and Washington State. Washington State laying 2.5. The Pac-12 is going to win a bowl game this year. And is it going to be Washington State that gets it done? Mike, what's going on, bud? Taking a look at that first game, Auburn versus Purdue. Ain't gonna be Wazoo. Let's take a look at the odds when the lines opened up at this game 241 and 242. Auburn opened up as a 4.5-point favorite here in Las Vegas. That line is now down to 3.5. Total opened up at 54.5. It is now up to 55.5 between Auburn and Purdue. Purdue ended the regular season 7-5 straight up, 5-7 against the spread. Purdue 6-6 and 6-5-1 against the spread. Let's take a look at the money aspect of where the money is on this game. Game 241, 242. 71% of the public is riding Purdue. Just 29% riding Gus Malzahn's team on Auburn. 71% of all bettors right now are riding Purdue against the spread, taking the points. 97% are on the over. 84% of all moneyline bettors are taking Purdue on the money line. Thank you, Joe. Joe just said, great show, Kyle. You're a man of his word and take care of your customers. You don't leave them dry. Absolutely. Joe, we definitely don't. We know we're going to shit the bed every now and then. It's human nature. It does happen. But when it does happen, we take care of all of our clients. Every last one of them. All right, guys. Just 1 year ago, Auburn facing off against Central Florida. Central Florida absolutely smashed Auburn in the bowl games, trying to put themselves on the map as a serious team, yet they play nobody in the regular season. Purdue is 6-1 against the spread their last 2 years against non-conference teams. Auburn is 0-7 against the spread their last 7 games against efficient defenses allowing more than 15.7 yards per point. Auburn is 20-5 on the under their last 25 games against decent scoring teams, averaging 30 points per game or more. Notre Dame or Clemson. An early lean, if I had to pick right this second, I'd probably take Notre Dame plus the points, but that may change between now and Saturday afternoon. Clemson is very deep, though. That's why I said the early report, if I had to take it right now. More than likely, it'll probably change. It may not change, but... Big numbers there, Mike. No joke. No joke there. Gus Malzahn 1-4 in bowl games as a coach. Does he have the Tigers headed in the right direction? Or if he loses to a middle-of-the-pack Big Ten team, Big Ten underdog, what's that going to do for his program? Auburn quarterback Jarrett Stidham did announce that he's turning pro after the bowl game. And he's definitely going to be looking to show the scouts watching the game in attendance just how good he is. That he's more than a middle round prospect. Purdue head coach Jeff Brom turned down the job as a head coach at Louisville. He's going to remain at Purdue. Big motivational boost for the kids over at Purdue. He's definitely an offensive coach. He averages over 32 points per game. And they put up over 49 points against Ohio State. Purdue quarterback David Blue, 25 touchdown passes on the year. Freshman wide receiver Rondale Moore. Absolutely fast. This kid is fast, explosive. 103 receptions on the year, 12 touchdowns as a freshman. Brom finished 7-6 with a bowl victory over Arizona last year. Auburn, when it comes to the defensive side of things, has the advantage when it comes to defense. When it comes to the turnovers. Let's take a look at the schedules before we break down the numbers. See who each team has played. Auburn opened the year beating Washington. Washington was a top 5 team in the beginning of the season. They beat them 21-16 on a neutral site game. They smashed Alabama State. They lost to LSU 22-21. They beat Arkansas 34-3. They beat Southern Miss by 11 points, and then they lost 2 games back-to-back to Mississippi State and an upset to Tennessee. They came back with 2 wins against Mississippi and Texas A&M, winning 31-16 and 28-24. Then they lost to Georgia 27-10. They came back, they beat Liberty 53-0 in a smashing affair. Then they absolutely got their ass handed to them by Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide, losing 52-21. The other side of the field, Purdue opened up the year with 3 straight losses to Northwestern, Eastern Michigan, and Missouri. They came back, they battled back 4 straight wins against Boston College, winning 30-13. They beat Nebraska 42-28. They beat Illinois 46-7. And then they shocked the world, beating Ohio State 49-20. I remember because we were on the wrong side of that game. Ohio State not only got embarrassed, they just got absolutely murdered. Then they went out the next week against Michigan State and they lost 23-13. Big letdown game. They came back, they beat Iowa 38-36. Pushed that total over the total of 52. Then they dropped 2 straight games to Minnesota, losing 41-10. Then to Indiana 28-21 to finish out the year. A measly 6-6. They finished out the year 6-6 on the over. However, they've got a great pattern, over, under, over, under, over, under. They did that all year long. If that was an actual thing, I'd say you'd have to take the over. Auburn, on the other hand. Just 4 of their games, including their last game, went over. All right, 4-8 on the over this year. All right, so if you were betting the overs on Auburn, you got smashed. Plain and simple. When you break down the numbers, Auburn averaging 28.2 points per game. Purdue averaging 31.9. Auburn putting up 209 yards in the air, 164 on the ground. Remember, Jarrett Stidham going to try and have a stellar, huge game. Purdue averages 318 yards in the air, 141 on the ground. Jimmy Jack says both quarterbacks going over 300 yards. It's a good little thought right there. On the defensive side of things, Auburn holding teams to 19.6 points per game. Unless you're Alabama, then they're just going to put 52 up on them. Purdue average is giving up 27.2 points per game. Auburn average is giving up 222 yards in the air, 140 on the ground. Purdue average is giving up 281 in the air, 165 on the ground. Turnover differentials. Purdue -3, finished the year -3. They gave up 3 more than they collected. For Auburn, they ended up +6. If I had to take one right now, I'm leaning towards the over in this game. I see a lot of points being scored. As somebody just posted, seeing both quarterbacks putting up over 300 yards in the game. We already know Jared Stidham's going to announce to be in the draft. Or said he's going to be in the draft. He's going pro after the game. He wants to show that he's more than just a middle round draft pick. Drum roll, who am I taking? My picks aren't in yet. But as of right now, I'm leaning towards the over. A lot of things change on these bowl games. The day before. And the day of. So myself, I'm not moving on anything just yet. I'm not betting anything just yet. I'm waiting to see. But as of right now, I'm leaning towards the over. All right, let's break down that Valero Alamo Bowl game. Tomorrow night, Iowa State taking on Washington State. Game 247 and 248. Let's see where the original line started and where they are now. Washington State opened up as a 6.5-point favorite. Down to laying just 2.5 against Iowa State. In the Alamo Dome, San Antonio, Texas. Total on that game opened up at 54.5. It's up to 56.5 right now. Some spots have it at 57. A lot of things change on game day, including where the public's going to push the line. If we got a feeling the public's going to push the line in our favor, why would we bet it now when we can get a better line tomorrow, the day of? Seen it way too many times. Players ruled out at the very last minute. On game day, people betting a day or two early, a week, 2 weeks early. Getting absolutely clobbered. I mean, for instance, with Auburn, wide receiver Ryan Davis, he's listed as probable. You won't know if he's playing until tomorrow. Now, he's not a big time receiver for him. He was against Georgia with 13 catches, 72 yards. He was against Mississippi State, key big games against SEC competition. Linebacker, what was his name? Ryan McBride. He's listed as probable for Auburn. You won't know if he's playing until tomorrow. Defensive lineman Nick Q, whatever his name is. He's doubtful. He may play tomorrow. You won't know betting it today. Same thing with offensive lineman Calvin Ashley, listed as probable. Game day decision. So betting early when players are not ruled in or out. When I bet my personal plays, Ty, they're as soon as I give them out. As soon as I make sure all my clients are on the game, then I go and bet the games. I don't go bet the games and then wait 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, or 2 days later and then give them to my clients. Generally speaking, my clients get better lines than I do because they bet it before me. I make sure everybody's on the game before I bet a game. Same thing with our premium plays. I mean, if there's something that I know I'm moving on in the evening and it's the morning time and I think the line's in my favor, yeah, absolutely, I'll jump on it. I'm not going to wait just before game time to bet just because I'm going to wait. If I think there's an advantage to waiting, then I wait. Sometimes you get a beneficial line, sometimes it does nothing, sometimes it goes in the opposite direction. No problem, Ty. Infamous whiner, yes. Duke line was a gift this morning. Don't always get gifts like that. Don't always get those gifts, but it sure worked out for us. Give me 1 second, fellas. What the hell? Lamont, what's going on, buddy? How are you? Leans laughs in the barbershop. That's what we got going on today. All right, give me 1 second, folks, and then I'll be right back with you. All right, we are back. Glad you could join us, Lamont. Iowa State 247 and 248 against Washington State. Iowa State 7-1 against the spread their last 2 years versus opponents in the AP Top 25. Washington State 8-21 against the spread since 2000 on more than 13 days rest. Iowa State 9-1 on the under as an underdog of 7 or less points. Bowl games have been boring so far, Karen, but I promise you on Saturday they pick up the pace. Saturday they're going to get better. All right, where did that screen go? Iowa State finished the year 8-4, straight up 6-6 against the spread. Big 12 team coached by Matt Campbell. Washington State ended up 10-2 straight up, 10-2 against the spread in the Pac-12. Coached by the strange Mr. Mike Leach. Yeah, Karen, a lot of empty stands. But these are the do-nothing games. They're making their money not from the students and the fans. They're making the money from the TV advertisers on ESPN. Every game being played on ESPN, it seems. So. All right, back to Iowa State and Washington State. For Washington State, 10-2 on the year, and they're stuck in Alamo. Stuck in Alamo at the Valero Alamo Bowl game. Definitely a letdown for head coach Mike Leach after he had Washington State ranked as high as number 8 in the playoff rankings. They did lose to Washington, and when it landed with a big old splat. Washington State's been a great team to bet on all season long. 10-2 straight up, 10-2 against the spread. Washington State's key has been their quarterback. Gardner Minshew, who passed for just under 4,500 yards and 36 touchdowns this year. One thing is sure, the Alamo Bowl is a letdown for Washington State. Are they going to have the motivation to be here? They finished the year 10-2. Iowa State, on the other hand, finishing the year 8-4, they should be happy to be where they're at, and I'm sure they are. Matt Campbell, great coach, rising in the coaching ranks. Iowa State won 7 of their last 8 games. They shut down Will Grier and West Virginia's passing attack. And they held the ground against Oklahoma. They got David Montgomery as their big running back. Last year, 2018 bowl season, Pac-12 went 1-8. Washington State was part of that 8. Can they get a bowl win this year? And are they motivated enough to play in the Alamo Bowl? That's the big question. Are they motivated enough to play in the bowl games? Or in this bowl game? That I'm not too entirely sure. My personal opinion is no, they're not. I'd love to see I'm from the West Coast, guys. I'd love to see a Pac-12 team go out there and knock the snot out of a Big 12 Iowa State. But do they have the motivation? I don't think so. I don't think so. Can they? Absolutely. But, remains to be seen if they will. See, Dave, if you're still watching, you were worried about betting against your home team, the Philadelphia Flyers. Tampa Bay's now leading 2-1 with 16 minutes left in the second period. Hey, Brian, that college basketball game finally picked up. I was on a different screen. I was just looking at it. 46-24. Well, I show 42-24, but either way, we'll take it. I show 42-24 at the half. Curtis B. Fishing, Curtis B. Shooting, a.k.a. Fryboy Steven from Canada is in the house. Glad you could finally join us on your winter vacation. When you get into the nitty-gritty of Iowa State and Washington State, when you run down Iowa State's record, losing to start the year to Iowa, they lost to Oklahoma. They came back, they beat Akron, they lost to TCU, they beat Oklahoma State, West Virginia, Texas Tech, Kansas, and Baylor. They did lose to Texas, losing 24-10. Excuse me. Then they finished out the year with 2 wins against Kansas State and Drake, barely escaping both of them. All right? Barely escaping both of them. Iowa State has not been in a matchup against a Pac-12 team in any of the last 25 seasons. When you look at Washington State and what they did this year, they started out the year by beating Wyoming. They shut out San Jose State. They beat Eastern Washington. They did lose to USC in a very, I was happy, but a disaster for their season. They lost to USC. They came back and they rattled off 7 wins against Utah, Oregon State, Oregon, Stanford, Colorado, and Arizona. And then they lost to Washington to end the year 28-15. Baba Booey, Curtis be sleepin'. Yes, Curtis be sleepin'. There's the new nickname right there for you. On offense, Iowa State averaging 26.8 points per game. Washington State blowing that away at 38.3 points per game. Iowa State averaging 235 yards passing, 124 on the ground. Washington State averaging 380 in the air, just 82 on the ground. So you're going to see a heavy dose all offense in the air by Washington State. Airing the ball out by Gardner Minshew. I mean, this kid's got just under 4,500 passing yards and 36 touchdowns on the year. It would not surprise me to see him throw 400-plus yards in the air against an Iowa State defense that gives up 229 yards in the air, 122 on the ground, and averages giving up 22.5 points per game. Washington State averages giving up 209 yards in the air, 136 on the ground, and 23.1 points per game. Turnover differential for Iowa State, they ended the year -1. Washington State ended the year +6 on the turnover differential. Turnovers favor Washington State. Defense favors Washington State, except on the defensive scoring side. Iowa State finished the year in their last 2 games barely escaping with a win against Kansas State, winning 42-38, as well as Drake winning 27-24 in a game that they could have lost. I can tell you this, though. There's a lot of big personalities on both sides of this game. I can tell you this. Steve Makinen is on Washington State. Brent Munzberger on Washington State. Michael Lombardi on Washington State. Then the flip side, Gil Alexander, Sam Pantonovich, Wes Reynolds, Jonathan Van Tobel, all riding Iowa State plus the points. Steve Makinen and Brent Musburger all have the total going over. The power ratings have it going under. Effective strength over. The consensus report on the total is on the over as well. And I can tell you this. Just four out of the 12 games Iowa State has played have gone over. Washington State 7-5 on the other side for the over. Last game for each one of these teams, both went under the totals of 53. If I had to pick now, I'd definitely be taking myself personally. I mean, I'm a Pac-12 fan, so it may change between now and tomorrow night. But I do like Washington State to get a big bowl win, as well as the over. I think Gardner Minshew is going to have 400-plus yards and at least 4 touchdowns himself, possibly 5. Washington State just 2-3 in their last 5 bowl games. Six of their last 9 bowl games went under. Sorry, Washington State is 4-1 straight up in its last 5 bowl games as a favorite. 2-1 against the spread as a favorite. Washington State Cougars are 3-0 straight up, 2-0-1 against the spread in bowl games when playing in Texas. Iowa State won its first bowl game since 2009. Sorry, they're looking for their first bowl win since 2009. 7 of the last 8 Iowa State bowl games all went under. These are bowl game trends. Underdogs in Iowa State games are 4-1 straight up. And against the spread, nice little 4-1 run in Iowa State bowl games. But like I said, little leans early, quick and early. I do like Washington State to get the win. As well as, I think the game's going to go over in this. Gardner Minshew, what a quarterback. 4,500 yards, 36 touchdowns. So far, our premium plays on the day, we're 1-0 with Duke plus a 3.5. Mr. Butler, you're back. Now, for everybody watching, we're going to be running a one-day special tomorrow for everybody that's not on board. Our premium plays. Tomorrow, we're going to be back to running our $49 one-day premium play special. If you're not on board our premium plays, you can get on board. That package is not on there now, but it will be later tonight. But you'll be able to get all of our premium plays for tomorrow for just $49. Brian, the first half total on the 76ers game. Did you ask for the total? Oh, the 76ers first half is plus 2.5 first half against the Jazz. First half total is over and under of 112.5 as well. Out of curiosity, who do you guys like in that 76ers Utah Jazz game? I don't have a play on that game, but I'll tell you who I like once I see who you guys like. See if we're on the same side. But I don't have any dog in that fight. Ty likes Utah. Mike likes Utah on the under. Brian likes Philly first half. YSL likes the Sixers. Stephen B. Sleeping likes the Sixers, 112 to 104. Who else everybody like? Let's see here. I just had to refresh my feed. Give me a second, guys. Locked up on me. Mike, Philly back-to-back on the road after a tough loss. Jazz becoming tougher at home. Infamous Weiner staying away. I agree with you on the staying away. I'm not on that game whatsoever. Reggie Mio, that premium on Duke was easy. Great call. Thank you, Reggie. Yeah, Duke plus 3.5. premium play winner today to start the day was a great call, great play. I got to tell you, Reggie, I know you don't like me, but I'm glad you got on board our premium plays. I really don't care who likes me and who doesn't like me. Everybody knows I like to piss people off. But at the same time, we'll make some money. Joe Anthony likes the 76ers. Here's my thought on this game, real quick, because it is 8 o'clock already. Sorry, 9 o'clock. If Utah wins, I think the game goes under. Goes under the total, which right now is at 219.5. If Utah gets the job done, I think the total goes under. If the 76ers are able to win, I think the total goes under. Or goes over, sorry. So Sixers need a high-scoring game to take out the Jazz. But if the Jazz get the job done, I think the total goes under that 219.5. Curtis, I don't like a single Western Conference team. They're unpredictable. Unpredictable. They're hard to, oh Jesus, Reggie, I don't like Kyle. He's fat and ugly, but his games are money. Respect the hustle, that's all. Thank you, Reggie. I'm glad you don't like the way that I look. I'm already happily married, so. Brad, what was it? 109, 110? Karen, I liked it better than when Reggie talked shit too. Positive vibes only. Reggie likes to talk shit, but I will tell you this: Reggie is a paying customer. He is a client of ours. He came on board on Sunday when we went 3-1 on our premium plays, and he signed up for a bigger package on Monday. So, Reggie, and we had Oakland plus the points for Monday Night Football. Another nice winning day for everybody. And we had a couple split out days. I don't care about it. I mean, a bad day for us, generally speaking, as we split out. You go 1-1 on a bad day. I'll take a 1-1 day any day of the week. You want to say you have a bad day. I know there's some services, some jerk-offs that say, Cappers Direct only splits out. That's a bad day for us. People are going to have bad days. There's other services out there that will never admit that they have a losing day. They've never had a back-to-back losing day in their life. I mean, they must be King Kong of the sports betting world. But Reggie could talk shit all he wants. He doesn't bother me one bit. I just took him for a broke dick hater to begin with, and then he came on board for one of our cheap introductory packages. And then he came back and signed up on Monday, so I figured Reggie was my good luck charm. Yeah, Karen, it sucks. The Boston College game got canceled yesterday. I think we would have ended up 2-1 instead of 1-1. I think Boston College would have been a big sleeper winner, just like Duke was today. I think I need a co-host for this show. I need to bring me in a co-host. Then we can have some real fun. You want to split screen with me and Russ? Curtis be hosting. If I'm in the Bronx, shot a Hennessy on you, Mike. I'm not in the Bronx, but I wish I was, though. Last bowl game of the day. Yes, let's go. Let's make some money, everybody. Sorry, guys. Wife's got my little one at the urgent care. She's still battling ear infections and sick, so I was just asking for an update. But yes, I need to bring in a co-host. Curtis be hosting, huh? I need somebody that's willing to sling the shit, talk shit, piss people off, but speak the truth. Doesn't lie about their name, doesn't lie about their location and where they're at. Ain't afraid to admit when they lose, does the right thing. Actually bets the games they give out and proves it on a daily basis. I guess that eliminates about 99% of the fakes on YouTube. Just those requirements right there that you got to use your real name. You can't lie about your location or your day job. Oh shit, look at Vanderbilt go. Look at Vandy go. Look at them go. Bada boom. Vandy scores for the money. Mike says live bet Vandy and the over now, guys, before it's too late. Vandy was minus 200 on the money line right before kickoff. I will tell you that much. Mike, I am on the same side as you. Vandy and the over. We've got Vandy as a premium play. We've got the over as part of our bowl package. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. But I do want to bring in a co-host at least every now and then, a guest host, whatever you want to call it. But I don't know who to bring on board. Basic requirements. So if you know anybody, send them my way. They got to use their real name. They can't lie about where they're located. They can't lie about their day job. They got to admit when they lose. They actually have to bet the games they give out. They got to actually prove it on a daily basis. So I guess that's, like I said, it's going to eliminate 99% of YouTube. Brad, that's one hell of an idea. Karen J used to do all the videos for us. Jay's done doing videos. I mean, he'd probably do one if I was an emergency. But, yes, William, that leaves Robert out. But Karen, I was meeting somebody outside of Cappers Direct. Bring on Stu. Stu would be fun just because he's a cursing son of a bitch. And he's motivated and he don't mind talking shit. But he's got his deal with Barstool Sports, so I doubt he does anything. No, Karen, he doesn't. He doesn't do any personal plays. He handles some of our longest running premium play clients that get their games over the phone versus the internet. Same plays. He just gives them out over the phone. And Baylor with a big play. It's funny, I get a text message that dipshit Robbie wants to talk shit about me today or something like that in a video. Funny. I got to get text message from people about it. I could care less what that guy does. Be buying sports picks from sports services a year ago, and all of a sudden you think you're some big macho dude on YouTube. You're the greatest thing since sliced bread. You're just another scammer on YouTube. Mike, that is actually great advice to people. It is extremely healthy to take a day off from sports betting. If you can't find a day to take off from sports betting and not actually bet a game, then your sports betting is probably unhealthy. It is extremely healthy to take a day off from sports betting, regroup, rejuvenate. Don't matter how much you're winning, how much you're losing. It is great to take a day off and get your mind right. Brian, Tampa Bay is now winning 4-2 against Philadelphia. Hopefully they cover on the puck line for everybody. But Mike, that is excellent advice that you just said, and hopefully everybody does do that themselves. I know I do as well. I don't bet every single day. I don't have to. It's not necessary in the world of life. You'll find, Karen, there'll be days where we don't have plays. We don't put out premium plays 365 days a week. There'll be days without games. Mr. Page, what's going on? Long time no talk. I hope all is well. Infamous, sometimes you need more than a day too. Absolutely. Nice run by Baylor. Tyree, of course I remember you, bud. I remember all our clients. Welcome, bud. Welcome back. Tyree, whenever you're ready to get back on board, bud, just give me a call. I'll take care of you. All right, guys. Good luck to everybody betting Baylor and Vanderbilt. Hopefully you guys bet Vandy in the over. Tyree, glad you follow me on Twitter, bud. start giving live betting advice. Drink that Hennessy, Mike. Keep drinking it. Have a good night, bud. Make sure you be safe. Don't drink and drive. Baylor going to be forced to kick a field goal. 4th and 5. That'd be one hell of a thing. Go live and give out the betting advice live. Ryan, what I said about the Utah and 76ers game, I don't have a dog in that fight. I'm not on that game. My personal opinion, if Utah wins outright, the game goes under. 76ers win the game, I think it goes over the 219.5. Or 219, whatever it's at. My personal opinion. But as far as the side on the game, I think it could be flip-flopped either way. Brad, I'll be live again Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. You never know, I may do an impromptu live tomorrow. Probably not, but you never know, I might. Nothing planned for tomorrow as far as live goes, but you never know. If I do, it'll be earlier in the day, early in the morning. But more than likely, or 100% I'll be live Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, breaking down all things college bowl games, college basketball. My goal is to touch every single game, every single bowl game that we've got on Saturday. And Saturday is a busy day. Saturday will be a busy day for us. We got Florida and Michigan, South Carolina, Virginia, Arkansas and Nevada, Notre Dame and Clemson. And finishing up the playoffs, Oklahoma and Alabama. Deciding who's going to go to the national championship in just a couple weeks. I'm pretty good. Gave Vandy an over advice. Mike, do you work for another service? Mike Camfield, not Butler. Absolutely, Mike. Mr. Butler, absolutely glad we hooked up and met up, bud. Glad you're working with us, hopefully making you some money and helping you along the ways. Question about I was asking Mike Camfield, do you work in the sports gambling industry? Or you just do this for fun? Very nice, Mike. You've been following us for 3 years? Oh, that's awesome, Mike Butler. Hey, you guys got to be careful. No drinking and driving this holiday season. DUIs are going to cost you a ton of money from what I hear. Nice, Mike. Yeah, the original backdrop. I remember that one. That was it was. They had such bad lighting, I had to wear my sunglasses. It used to literally burn my freaking face. It was so bright and so hot. I used to have to wear a sunglass in every single video because the lighting was absolutely horrible. They finally got me the set soft lighting to where it's actually bright and you guys could actually see me. Yeah, you did. You are correct, Mike. Yeah, the good old backdrop. Karen, you thought I was a creep in my mama's basement. That's funny. Yet here you are. Sorry to disappoint, Karen, but there's no basements here. There was no old set. It was just a backdrop in the office. No different than what the scumbags Mike Camfield just referenced are using. Except the difference between them and us is we're actually filming in an office. He's filming in his goddamn kitchen. If you guys don't believe me, watch his videos. The start of it, the camera's always on the webcam, focusing on the trash can that's holding the camera or the light. Big difference. People want to talk shit. The other service wants to talk shit. We don't flash money around. We don't flash our fancy cars, our fancy houses. You're right. You don't flash it, Mr. Clues, because you don't have it. You film in a goddamn base housing in Fort Drum or in Philadelphia when you're at your mama's house. So keep filming from your goddamn kitchen and saying that you don't flash around flashy things because you just don't have them. It's all good. Nobody hates. Absolutely, Brian in it for the long haul. I think tomorrow I'm going to wear a set of headphones while I film from my car so I can really look like a douchebag. Infamous Whiner. If you haven't picked up on it yet, it's very easy to figure out who films from the kitchen. Karen, your buddy Jimmy, a.k.a. Robert Clues, films from his kitchen. I got people sending me text messages laughing, ha, 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 look at this tool, with a screenshot of his video on pause before in the very beginnings where the camera's pointing at the fucking, excuse my language, pointing at the trash can in a little tiny shack or an apartment. Nothing wrong with living in a little shack. American dream. Make money, move up in the world. You got to start somewhere. Not everybody's going to have a big house and nice cars. Karen, I got headphones here. It's for when I'm just listening to music. I promise you, when you're talking to yourself on YouTube, you don't need headphones. 100% fact. You're just looking like a tool. Trying to act cool. As you said, you're in the filming business. Now, if I wanted to bring on a live guest, the way my software works is I need to be able to hear them. But if I turn the volume up on my computer, you'll hear the volume on my computer and the microphone as an echo. So if I do a live broadcast and I bring on a guest, I need to put on headphones so I can hear the guest without it echoing through the microphone twice. Other than that, when you're filming your own video and you're using headphones and they're half on your ears, you just look like a tool. Am I friends with people at Doc Sports? Nope. Can't say that I am. Can't say that I am, Ryan. All right, guys, it's time for me to wrap this up. I'm going to get out of here and get home to my sick little one. 5-2 Tampa Bay. That's the best thing ever. Besides Vanderbilt blowing these guys out in about 100 points scored by half. All right, guys, I am out of here. We'll have another video out later tonight. No, I'm not. I am not their infamous whiner. All right, guys, I'm out of here. We'll talk to you guys soon. Any questions, give us a call or send us an email or find me on Twitter at CapNationKyle. Good luck to everybody. Thank you guys for all tuning in, and we'll see you guys live Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Thanks, guys. And remember, we gave out that free play on Golden State -9, as well as the over in the Vegas Golden Knights game today. Take it easy, guys. Thank you. And gals, thank you. Thanks for everybody.